know what's so funny about Grand Theft Auto 4? It's like, what a forward-thinking, progressive friendship they created between that like Balkan, Chernobyl victim, Eastern European guy who survived the genocide, and then this West Indian,
this Badman Ting,
right? And they despite their differences, come together to walk around punching people in the face. With zero consequences.
Crime.
Despite the massive differences that are between the two of them, they found a massive friendship.
Massive. Star up them dreads. Master Selecta. That's like the best compliment that they give you in Rasta culture is Selecta, which just means you're like good at picking out songs. You're like a guy that knows how to keep himself busy at a party, and that's the biggest compliment they have.
The biggest compliment is just what Pandora does. They're just an good algorithm.
Yeah. Okay.
They also really like gay people.
They're such big fans of gay people in Jamaica. They love them.
I'm trying to find the damn timer on my phone here.
I got a timer for you.
Ooh, lively up that timer.
Yeah, no, so we were, this is actually, I don't know what this is going to be. We recorded one earlier today.
It was lackluster.
It was lackluster is the perfect word for that, because, I've been at work 2 days. I had to spend the entire night last night in a van,
I didn't realize you were at the van overnight.
Yeah, I was in the van overnight.
Man.
I tethered my phone to the MacBook. It's a new feature on these Apple products.
Very nice.
Instant hotspot, they call it. You don't have to configure anything.
Mm-hmm.
You just find your phone in the Wi-Fi, you connect to it, and
just
then
drain all your data.
Bing, bang, boom. A month later, you get an extra $40 on your bill because Verizon, they don't let you know that's they charge you for that. So it's just a fun new Apple product feature.
How much data did you use? Fucking just go.
Oh, nothing. I mean, I use it so it's easier to text people because I just I use messages on the laptop.
I've been fucking tearing through data. Just.
Yeah, I gotta I'm at 90% with 7 days to go.
What do you guys do? I deleted. I don't have Twitter or Facebook on my phone, and
Really?
Yeah.
Listening to podcasts, it drains your shit.
You just got to download that shit before you fucking go out.
Yeah.
I have a 17-hour jazz playlist on my phone. And that is my shit, dude.
Are you fucking serious? That's what you listen to?
I don't know. I was just looking for a long playlist. I didn't really care what kind of music it was. I just wanted to download something.
You didn't care what music it was?
This is how autistic I am. I was annoyed that I wasn't using all the space on my phone. Because I use the cloud for everything. I pay for the iCloud extra storage. So
99 cents a month.
Between my data. So it's like, well, what the fuck? I have a 64 gigabyte phone. I need to put something on here.
So there's just 17 hours of Dave Brubeck?
Yeah, the Brubeck's on there.
Very good.
Yeah.
That, let's see, how many jazz guys can I name? Those two, Louis Armstrong.
Yep, Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong.
Louis J. Armstrong.
Louis J. Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong just died actually yesterday. John Glenn Armstrong.
Yeah.
Was John Glenn the guy that punched the dude in the face?
Yeah.
Buzz Aldrin.
Oh, it was Buzz?
Buzz Aldrin did.
Yeah.
What the fuck did John Glenn do? He went back into space as an old piece of shit, man.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I remember being in elementary school and they're like, wow, look what this old man is doing.
Yeah. And that's when I stopped thinking being an astronaut was cool, honestly. I was like, oh. Yeah, a fucking old asshole can do it.
I remember going outside to see it, but there was no way to see it. I don't
remember that.
Yeah,
I remember it being a big deal though for some reason. What was he in the moon? What the fuck?
No, he wasn't. He was the first. He was the first man to orbit.
Yeah.
But fucking. So this is a Hormones Wilkerson story. Norman told me this story, but we were talking about pathological liars one time, and he was like, I worked at Domino's with this guy that would just lie constantly. And he worked with this manager at Domino's that would lie, and one of his lies was that he went to space camp. And he was like, yeah, actually on the last day of camp we actually got to go into space. What? I just love what's so funny about pathological liars is you can see how little they respect you when they're talking to you.
Right.
It's
just
almost
go into space. 20 people all time have gone into space and they just let you go.
Yeah. No, just fucking making that shit up.
I did want to go to space camp though. I wanted to be.
I did too
it
when I was
seems
4
awesome.
because I thought you actually went to space. I thought it was camp in space. I thought that's what it meant.
Just
But that's a
thought-
19-year-old man that thinks everybody else is still working with those assumptions.
Dude, I just wanted to go in that fucking machine, that zero gravity room in every movie.
Oh yeah, you would want that.
That shit seems cool.
You fucking victim of gravity.
Yeah, I have been battling gravity my
Dude,
whole
you would
life.
get so much pussy in zero gravity.
Hell yeah, I would, dude. Although it would take away all the torque I have when I fuck.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, you
you're
get a
like
lot of torque.
you're like a big flywheel.
I really ram it in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what torque is at all.
Torque is
yeah.
rotational force.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a lot
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
'Cause my balls
I'm gonna get
swing.
some physics nerd that's gonna be mad about that.
Fuck him.
actually.
That's not what torque is.
Why do they say with cars then?
It's the amount of like
the
rotational
pistons.
force that it's like pounds per footage that the crankshaft can put on.
Oh.
You got a
My
carburetor.
crankshaft can pound plenty of footage per pussy.
Yeah, torque is measured like imagine you have a like a like a crescent wrench, like a nut,
Yeah.
and then like it's a foot long, and the amount of like downward force on the end of the crescent wrench, that's like the torque measurement. So like 100 pounds per foot is the amount of directional
yeah,
force
dude.
you have.
I'd like to learn that shit.
boom.
I don't know
That's
what that
song
is. I don't know what
click,
fucking.
click, boom is about.
I think density is when you put something in a thing of water.
Yeah, density is like a measure of mass, I guess.
Yeah.
I like a nice pair of dense old titties.
It's mass,
No, wait. No, it's volume. Density is
mass and volume.
I
Together.
guess. I don't know.
But don't you measure that shit by putting it in a fucking?
No, it's mass and weight.
You put that shit in a little bowl of water though, right?
I
You
don't
see how
fucking
dense
know.
something is.
This
Click,
is exactly
click,
why the last
boom.
episode was suck dick. We were having a great time riffing,
And then
before I
the
came
fucking
over.
record
I was
button
excited.
goes, and then
Well, weren't you gonna get that fucking yak?
Yeah, we're gonna do coke
guys, I don't want to do that.
Let's do it,
for the listeners,
dude. It's the holidays for the listeners.
Can we talk about Christmas stories?
Didn't I pay money for that too? Didn't I throw
No,
down?
you
Okay.
never did.
I just was checking.
It
I
would
didn't
be
know.
funny to do coke right now on the podcast.
Yeah, you're upset
As a
because the last time,
performance-enhancing drug.
the last time it wasn't good, but I'm promising you this time it'll be good.
The
And it's
whole
going to be
crew's
so
here.
funny when people see the new uploaded episode is called Cocaine Cowboys 2.
Can we just talk about Christmas stories?
We will
Yeah.
on some snow
Yeah.
after we hit the slopes.
I think this
Go
is
get
my
the yak.
roommates.
huh?
You offered it.
I didn't offer it.
Yeah, I mean a
did.
couple weeks ago.
My sister listens to this show.
Okay, Adam's not
premium-
gonna do
not
coke.
not the premium episodes.
She does. She's a premium
Is she?
subscriber.
What a gal!
She's a preemie.
Shouts out.
Man, this coffee tastes like shit. But
Yeah, it's
thank
bad.
you for making it.
But
Why does it taste like shit?
it's kind of watered down.
It's it's got like a gas station-y taste to it.
What do you mean? These are
It smells
expensive
good.
things.
This
It
tastes
smelled
like it was made by someone that's making $8 an hour at 52 years old, and they fucking just wish they were dead. And the owner of the Valero threatened to.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Excuse me, it don't come like that.
Y'all can't have that much
Well,
coffee.
if the coffee tastes bad, maybe you shouldn't drink it. Ever think about that?
Why'd you sit down? Why didn't you get? Come on, dude. It'll be funny.
Come on, dude. Now we're fucking up the energy of the show.
Dude.
You gotta go do this. We already agreed that we're gonna do
Yeah, there he
Thank
is.
it. So, Stavros, have you gotten a tree for your apartment?
I did get a tree.
When is Greek Christmas?
Greek Christmas is the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
It's when everything goes on sale. Greek Christmas is exactly the same as. I don't know why the fuck we have a different Easter, but not a different Christmas.
What Bible do the Greeks use?
There's just one. I don't fucking know. Like I
The
went
New
through-
American Bible?
I think just the regular ass Bible.
What's the
Orthodox? I don't know.
What's the regular Bible?
I don't know, dude. I've never thought about the different kinds. Do Catholics have a different Bible?
Yeah, Catholics use the New American Bible. I think like Protestants use King James. Right? That's how it goes. Adam would know this.
What's that?
The Catholics use the New American Bible. Protestants use the King James or the NKV.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never read a Bible in my fucking life.
Yeah.
They've been around my house.
You
I
haven't?
guess.
I've read the Bible, the Quran.
Are you a biblical scholar?
Yeah.
I thought you snorted all this.
Yeah, I got real into theology. I got real heavy into it.
Really?
I got into Airheads. I was sucking on Airheads for like 2 months. And I would just read the fucking Bible every day. And I'd be like, yeah, true.
Didn't you used to go meditate with a fucking Buddhist monk?
Yeah, an old Korean monk.
Really?
I was lying
Yeah.
about the Bible thing. I've never read the Bible either. But no, I did. Yeah, I went to a Zendo for a while.
When you were like
Spent
18 or something.
19, yeah.
Here in Austin.
In Maryland. It was in a Germantown.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess
out in the
Maryland.
woods. Yeah. This
Fuck
old
yeah, dude.
Korean guy had all this farmland that he bought. All this wooded like farmland that he bought. He like hand built a big Zendo, and you could just go and sit for like 2 hours on Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
Just you and him, or was there a whole
Oh no,
squad?
there was like maybe 10 other people that were regulars that would go there all the time.
Hell yeah.
But it was like sort of an open door thing. Zen's a lot different than like Tibetan Buddhism, where it's like, and we're going, there's not as much of a sense of community or whatever.
Right.
It's not more about like, treating people fairly so much as it is dealing with your own, I guess, what would be in a Western philosophy equivalent of like existential anxiety or angst. Yeah.
That sounds
You
tight.
just sit there and think about like, trying to do the best job possible of sitting there. And after 2 hours, you walk away like understanding that you do have like some kind of control over what your thoughts and emotions do.
Damn. I could use some of that shit, dude. I've
we
been
talk,
stressed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, keep going with that blender. You got to keep blending shit. Oh my God, dude. What the fuck happened? We were doing great.
I think
before
we're
we
waiting on
started.
this Coke
Oh
more than
yeah,
anything.
that's what it is.
I kind of,
Adam's using a 2 of clubs to line this up. I don't know why he didn't use the ace of spades. I have to do everything cool style.
the ace of spades.
My favorite,
R.I.P. Lemmy.
my favorite part of that song is. Oh, hold on. We got a problem we have to deal with. We'll be back in like a second. All right, we're back.
Can I share that Michael Jackson story
Yeah,
that I
you can
heard?
share whatever story you want. Sorry about that. Adam's roommate came in, and I had to explain to her that Stavros ate all the
That's
chocolates.
such bullshit. Nick
He
ate the
ate
fucking
all my
chocolate.
chocolate
I didn't eat shit.
while
Adam,
I
why
was
are you
taking a
framing
nap
me,
just
bitch?
now.
Why are you framing me?
I don't know. It just seemed like what we were all doing.
No, that's what Nick's doing. I did not eat the fucking chocolate. No one will ever believe me, dude. That's the problem with being a fat person. If you ever fucking steal, if food is missing or someone farts, for some reason they think fat people fart more.
You literally try to do a bit every show where you fart on the fucking microphone.
On the mic.
And it doesn't
It's
pick up.
disgusting.
It doesn't
It
pick up.
definitely
It's just
picks up,
obnoxious.
bitch.
No one thinks
And-
it's funny but you.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of
No,
if
there's
you're a
some
fart
fart
fans,
heads. Yeah.
come at add everybody. Let
I
them
just
know.
want to also thank like all the
Is Tampa warm this time of year?
I think it is.
I was thinking about, once we get the Patreon up to about $1 million a
let's
month.
move to Tampa.
No, we're gonna have the Cum Boys Florida getaway, where every winter we just move to Florida for fucking
Like old Jews.
Yeah, dude, Tampa's awesome. I feel like we could fuck in Tampa too. I went there. I
Like
was there.
Strippers?
Did I tell? I told the story.
Bailey
about making out with
J?
an old lady. Yeah, Bailey J's there, the hottest trans woman on earth. Great on Snapchat.
She's got a good Snapchat.
Good Snapchat. Shouts out to Matt, her husband, great photographer.
Can I tell you guys a story I heard about Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Michael Jackson has like completely lost his mind. He's a drug addict. He's on fentanyl?
I don't know.
It's end of his
He's about
towards
to
the end
die?
of his life. Not about to die, but in that period. So apparently he stopped at a certain point, feeling it necessary to go to the bathroom to use the bathroom.
Nuh-uh.
So apparently when he needed to go to the restroom, he would pull his pants and underpants down
And just shit on the floor.
and just take a poop on the floor.
Yeah,
What?
we know
Yeah.
this already. This isn't a story
then-
you heard.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this. People
Wait,
knew
is
this.
this true?
Yeah, it came out during the trial of the doctor that gave him the pills.
Conrad Murray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is true. Well, I heard that.
That's your story that you
People
heard.
are saying it. People are saying it. I don't know if it's true. People are saying
You know what
it.
story I liked is the story that during Terrence Howard's like divorce, he like didn't want people to know that he had a small dick.
We've
the
talked
micro
about
penis.
I
this.
know, yeah, but like during the divorce, he like didn't want anybody to find out he had a small dick. He was like, she's gonna blackmail me and say I have a small dick or whatever. But then he did a nude scene in a movie where you can see his
little ass dick.
yeah,
Yeah.
which you know, I thought his life was better than mine, and I saw that, and it made me feel good. I feel like all celebrities should get dick and smallening surgery.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the word, dude.
It.
Okay, which one of us has a fucking English
That's
degree?
the word.
Is it you or is it me?
No, actually, I have a degree in Middle Eastern Studies, International Politics.
Yeah,
Is that
what'd you
really
learn?
what it
What'd you
is?
learn how to do there? Wipe your
Apparently.
ass with your hand.
Apparently, that's what I
Wait,
have
hold
a
on, let me get my
bachelor's.
burn in about.
Yeah.
You go to the bathroom on your hand. That's how you know the Michael Jackson stories, because you went to school to learn how to do that.
I learned
Bitch.
that in school. I learned
Yeah.
that in
I got my degree in fucking not wiping properly.
in a class
Bitch.
about Khomeini and the
The Ayatollah.
yeah.
What's Ayatollah mean
political
anyways?
Islam.
You know what? And I know I brought up the jewel feather turban before, but you know what needs to come back? Grand Poobah.
Yeah,
you know,
that's such
if every Muslim was the Grand Poobah,
Is that a
of-
Muslim thing?
Yeah. If
I
every
thought that was like a hip hop thing.
no. If every Muslim was the Grand Poobah of like, you know, the fucking Tompkins Street Deli,
Yeah.
they all get a bodega that they're the Grand Poobah of, and they wear the jewel feather turban. I don't understand how Islamophobia could still be a problem.
Grand
Yeah.
Poobah's so good.
Because you know what? The only reason Trump won is because his hat was great.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no better hat than the jewel feather turban.
Yeah.
That's you want to fucking make America great again? You put a fucking jewel and a feather on.
You're
I
saying
wouldn't-
if Hillary started wearing that, she would have won.
no, then it would suck.
Yeah.
As soon as Hillary does anything, it's like, yeah, this isn't really. This kind of sucks now. We used to like it, but now we don't anymore. You know what Hillary's like? You know the Dr. Seuss book where people have like the stars on their chest.
Yeah.
And then those are all the special people, and then the regular people get the stars. Hillary's the people that don't have whatever the fucking
Right.
And that the moral of that story, that isn't about class. Actually, the moral of that story is that some people are just cool, and other people suck dick.
Yeah.
And no matter what they do, they're always gonna suck.
Yeah.
So we can thank Dr. Seuss for that lesson.
Yeah. Wait, was he American, Dr. Seuss, or British? What was his deal? He wasn't a doctor.
He like cheated on his wife and shit.
I feel like you're asking us, but you know the answer.
I don't know.
This is the kind of shit I would say, and then you'd be like, actually, yeah, he went to Brown, and he graduated in like 1945, and it's actually very interesting because there was a book that was written about and
Say you're gay, say
yeah,
you're gay.
and I'm gay.
I think
Boom,
Oh,
dude,
got his
I'm
ass.
fucking-
I think it'd be funny if someone
Burn.
if you see someone with a shirt that says Brown on it or like a hat or something, you just go up to them and be like, "Yo, you work for UPS, dog?" Right?
Yeah, that's funny. What can Brown do for you?
Yeah, what can Brown do? Yeah.
That's Kennedy said that, right? That's not
What Brown can-
you can do. Not what you can do for brown people.
What Brown
What
can
brown
do for
people
you?
can do for you.
What
We're
Brown?
gonna go to the moon and start slavery up there.
So
We're gonna bring slavery back on the moon,
he was a
and I promise you, I will never get shot in the head ever. I dare someone
I
to try
swear
to do it.
to God.
The last
I
thing that I'll
swear.
do is get shot in the head. Just try it, you fucking idiots.
I'm
Just
never.
try to shoot me in my fucking head.
I swear to God, I'm never gonna die. I'm never gonna go to Dallas, Texas.
I
I'm
always
never gonna ride.
only
in a-
reason
I think
Ted
it would be
Kennedy
so
got to live was 'cause he
so
killed
funny
someone.
to open a movie and it's just like a sweeping shot of downtown Manhattan, and then just like on the bottom of the screen in like computer font that makes it like dee-dee-dee-dee, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
It just says Southie, comma Brooklyn, Southie Boston, comma Brooklyn, and that was how mad people. would get.
JFK was a speed junkie, right?
Yeah. Speaking of,
Everyone did amphetamines back in the day.
Well, they just came out this book that Hitler was put the entire Nazi war machine on speed.
yeah, well, that's where half the
should.
drugs came from. Is they would chain soldiers to cinder blocks and then inject them with ketamine and shit, and make them run in circles.
I don't think ketamine's the right drug for that. Ketamine is like
no, the
Yeah,
PCP. They're trying to create super soldiers.
Oh yeah.
It's so weird that drugs have like different classification. Like there's maybe 5 types of drugs, and they all essentially
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Right.
You know, it's weird that there's not drugs out there that don't like There's
They can-
one of them that just turns everyone into Garfield the cat. Like imagine that's the
I'll tell
future.
you-
That's the future of designer drugs is like VR drugs. Where you take a drug and then everyone is a fucking naked lady
Oh,
that
to
you can
you-
have sex with.
Oh, nice, and then it's
Yeah.
not gay.
Yeah.
you see, I'm fucking Adam, but it's look like I'm fucking vintage Carmen Electra, and I'm
yeah.
not gay.
I'll tell you guys a drug.
What if that'd be cool? What if that's the solution to the issue of people are like, I'm not. He was born a man. I'm gonna call him a man instead of like making trans people change. We just have brain surgery for everyone else so that they see those people as the correct gender.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's just shallow Hal, with
just
everyone,
forced.
with
Yeah,
trans people.
Yeah, it is Shallow Hal, the greatest movie of all time.
I want to reverse shallow Hal, man. I want to see how women is fat.
Yeah.
I did a drug the other day. Actually, it was a couple years ago that really messed me up worse than any other drug. It wasn't like any other drug I'd ever
What
taken.
was it, Adam?
It's called love.
And that's going to be the final episode of Come Town. We're done. We're never going to recover from that.
Listen, folks, you don't think when the love drug
Yeah,
hits,
yeah. Double down on it. Do tags. Do tags on that.
I'm gonna
love
save
bit.
this bit. I'm gonna save this bit, guys. I'm gonna save this bit.
Oh fuck! It's Christmas time, boys.
Yeah, sorry. We did. You know what? I might just. Should we? No. I guess I'll release that other one
Yeah.
as the regular episode.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking about doing it as
Yeah, yeah.
a special bonus, just so guys know how hard we work.
No,
Do a
no.
special bonus.
We're not doing a special.
Well,
bonus.
I think special bonus, and then we do another regular episode.
Because this one's already going better than the other one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think so.
I think we do 2 bonuses and then a
two
regular.
bonuses.
Yeah, yeah.
Why
Come
not?
on,
The people
man. Why
deserve
not?
it. Give it to them.
They spend $5 a month.
Yeah,
they deserve.
dude.
They
Come on.
deserve it.
they deserve it more than you do.
Not
If they
me.
want
What
to
do you
pay
do?
$5 to listen to the earlier episodes, good for them.
Yeah, it's especially considering that all the older episodes broke and no longer work on the Patreon
They
for
don't?
some reason. Yeah, I got to fix that. I don't
Oh,
know what
that
the fuck
sucks.
happened. I think it's the SoundCloud links need to be updated or something, but I gotta spend the time to figure that out. I try to be responsive. If you guys have any problems like downloading the episodes, the RSS isn't working, feel free to hit me up. Cometown at iCloud.com. Please
Oh,
don't
yeah.
hack it. I know iCloud is notoriously easy to hack. There's no nudes on there. There's only millions and millions of dollars.
We should put nudes on there.
Also, shout out to the
Yo, this is
Cometown
a good
Podcast
story.
Twitter account.
Shut the fuck up. This is a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
story. So when I was in high school, there was this kid that me and my friend Brendan knew named Marcus. And Marcus, come on, man. God damn
What?
it.
It was
You
like
ju-
that.
but no, you just fucking rolled.
You just
Continue,
did it,
Marcus.
bitch.
What's,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
up with Marcus?
So
Here,
Marcus,
here.
Marcus had like a website or a fucking web server or something, and he had like an FTP hooked up to it,
Mhm.
and he would let people use the FTP. And me and Brendan were using it for whatever reason. We had to like upload something. Oh, I remember what it was. We went on to this other kid's computer and uploaded all of his like AOL Instant Messenger chat logs to the FTP so we could read them and laugh at him later while he was like in the bathroom.
He just took this kid's
Oh
shit.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
We
no.
got every conversation he had for like 4
No.
years, and it's like girls breaking up with him.
No.
And it was so funny, dude.
Dude.
Yeah. But so we go on to Marcus's like fucking FTP, and there's like a folder on there, and there's a bunch of pictures of some shirtless guy who's like our age on there.
Oh,
and we're
no.
like, Marcus, what the fuck is this? And he's like, oh yeah, I guess he must have. I let that guy use it too. I guess he uploaded those pictures on there. We're like, that's kind of weird that he
Yeah.
would do that, and we didn't think about it. And he was just because he was a very like reserved, weird dude.
Right,
He was
right.
on like the wrestling team or whatever.
Oh.
And then he started like drinking when he was like 18, and whenever he got drunk, he was like very grabby and
Oh,
shit. Yeah,
no.
it was very funny. But yeah, we put it together later. But now I'm glad I told that story because I remembered. Yeah, we would go through all of Kevin's chat logs, and there were so many. So Kevin was kind of like a fucking laughing stock, anyways. But
Wait, Kevin's not the guy who's gay.
no, Kevin's
That's
a different
Marcus.
guy. Kevin's a different kind of gay. He's like just annoying, and people
Right.
don't like him. And
The best
Adam
kind.
gay.
Yeah.
like me.
well, talk for a second.
Yeah.
That's
Kevin,
the kind of gay you are.
speaking
like
of Kevin.
Kevin. What about him?
Kevin Finnerty, Sopranos, season 6.
Oh, don't spoil anything. I haven't
Get
seen it yet.
Ready. All right.
Yeah.
Back to your story.
Yeah, so we were going through this guy's shit, and I guess he went off to college. He went off to college. Here's a little backstory on this guy. He refused to wear a shirt unless it had a picture of a dragon on it.
Hell
he would
yes.
only wear dragon shirts.
Okay.
Up until his sophomore year of college.
Okay, here's my question.
So he made it through an
yes.
entire year of college and kept that up before.
Okay, time
That's
out.
awesome.
Okay, are we talking East Asian dragon or European dragon?
Both.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah,
He
it
was
just
into both dragon traditions.
You know, because he had some
Okay.
shirts where it would be like, okay, this is clearly an exception to the rule,
Mm-hmm.
where there's just a tiny dragon on it. You know, but
Oh, really?
He would
just-
only wear. Yeah, this was like some
He
code
tried to,
he lived
he tried
by.
to,
Yeah,
he tried to get by on technicality.
yeah.
so awesome.
No, this guy sucked.
It was like a polo, like a little polo horse, but it was a dragon.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
So you know, so
Rock.
he went away to college or whatever, and then eventually stopped doing the dragon shirt thing. But fucking fuck yeah. So we found this like he had like nudes of these girls, and there was one folder with this girl that was just like so fucking unattractive, and I forget what her name. I don't want to like put her because people might find her or whatever.
Don't do
but
that.
the folder
Yeah.
name where he kept all of her nudes was like sexy underscore and then her name.
Oh, no.
And it was like, nah, they're not even like taken well. You know? But yeah, so we were looking through these fucking the chat logs of her breaking up with him.
No.
Because I guess he was like extremely wealthy. His parents were fucking low. That's why he hung out
Oh, is
with
this the kid? Oh, this is the kid who had like the big
hang out with him 'cause
basement.
he
and
had
shit.
like a huge basement. And he was a fucking like
always had the best games. And shit.
yeah, video games, and like his parents just were like, fill the basement with beer and fucking weed and shit.
Oh, yeah. that
When you're
kid.
17, that's amazing.
Absolutely.
That you could just get high and play fucking Halo until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Listen, I'm 29, dude.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
If we could
sounds
do that
pretty
right now,
fucking
that sounds
cool.
tight.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go back to my place. and
Well,
get fucking
No, we
stoned.
need a mom to buy all that stuff for us.
Yeah. No,
And
he-
to fuck us.
He like just took his mom's credit card when fucking all like the next gen systems came out and went out and like bought them. My friend was
Jesus
with him,
Christ.
and he's like, yeah, dude. He just comes in. He's like, Mom, you bought me a present. Signed her up for $1,000 worth of to get all the accessories for all the
Jesus
fucking, yeah, dude. He was a
Christ.
piece of shit. So he goes.
This dragon guy?
Yeah, the dragon.
No.
guy.
This is
Yeah,
awesome.
fucking- he was the fucking biggest laughing stock, dude.
Where did you go to college?
ASU.
Oh,
so
Oh, hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Go fucking
course he did.
devs.
So he goes, he says his chat, and this girl's breaking up with him, and I guess she lived in like Pennsylvania or something. So and they met at school. So he like went up to go like see her for the holidays,
Right.
Yeah.
And according to like the breakup text or whatever, she's like, I don't know, you were just weird when you were here. You kept like saying how my family doesn't have any money and how much better your house is.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Which he did at my like 12th birthday party or something. He
Jesus
came
Christ.
over and he was going around. He's like, Nick's poor, and I'm like,
Oh
I'm
my-
not poor.
yeah.
Dude. I just don't live in a fucking mansion. He's like, there's only one floor here.
He said that, but
Yeah.
that's whatever.
It's-
Okay, you're
Kids are
12
real
and you're a fucking idiot, and it's whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's 19 and
19
he's dating
now.
someone.
Right, yeah. And he's like shit talking her house or whatever. And then she's like, and then there's just other stuff that like you do that bothers me. And it was so funny because I remember Kevin went away to school, and then me and my friend would laugh about how Kevin like developed a quote unquote sense of humor while he was at school. And his sense of humor was just like that fucking like so random kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Where
No, he would
occasionally
chive?
yeah,
He was a chive
no,
boy?
it was way worse than that.
Totally
He would-
random.
He would just be like out of nowhere go meow. Or like
Oh,
chicken, this like weird autistic, stuff where you're like, what are you,
Yeah.
why are you saying that?
Cool
I don't-
beans.
yeah.
Cool beans.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And, or, like epic,
Oh,
like,
Win
one of those
much?
guys. Yeah.
He loves Cards Against Humanity. He's a guy who
no,
loves.
he's not even cool enough for that. Like, I really
Really?
don't think
That
you
is
understand.
not cool.
Because here's the thing. It's like,
How is he less
not
cool
only
than that?
is he an out of touch, just like kind of autistic guy.
Right.
He's also like 1%er parents,
Right.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Sheltered, never worked in his
financially.
life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's out of touch
Definitely
in that
liked
sense.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Tiger Blood.
Oh, he
Right.
definitely had Tiger.
It would be
Blood
like
memes.
Yeah, yeah.
if Baron Trump was into Dragon Ball Z. That's what this guy is. So yeah,
What's
so
he up to now?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen him in like probably 6 or 7 years. So he
look him
goes.
up.
ASU is straight up where rich retarded.
Yeah.
kids go.
Yeah. So,
it's
which, by the way, he was like last time I checked, like a 7th year senior there.
Yes,
he just kept failing, and his
Van
parents
Wilder,
would send him.
bitch.
Yeah, send
Van
him back.
Wilder who doesn't fuck.
So he goes.
number one party school in Arizona.
Yeah. Well, they have
Yeah, I
this
know.
like this breakup text, and she's fucking saying to him, she's like, I don't know, you just do weird stuff, and he's like, well, like what? And she's like, I don't know, like how you just say like meow or chicken sometimes,
Yes.
and he's like, that bothers you.
Oh my my
And all
God.
exclamation points.
Meow, chickie, meow, meow.
Oh man, that shit was so funny.
God damn.
Dude, I fucking I
have so many good stories about that guy.
Let's-
I don't know
let's
why
run
he's
him.
never. Yeah, I don't
Let's
know why
run him. What
he's
are we
never
doing?
come up before.
Kev, this is the Kevin Sode.
Yeah. Well, you have your interjection. I'll come back to it.
I forgot what my interjection was.
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
Kevin
His
sounds
parents-
like a real character. Oh, yo, I had this friend that went to Maryland, and I saw him after sophomore year, and I was like, "Oh, dude, how's Maryland going?" He's like, "Oh, I have to take I have to take some time off," and I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "My roommate ruined my life."
What? What happened?
So he like went into this long story about his roommate, this guy Rob, who went by XPR, Extreme Party Rob.
Yes.
And so
First of all, hell yes.
That guy sounds awesome.
So Rob like
I got my name from a Nissan.
So he's like, so Jesse's like, okay, so first of all, Maryland people love to riot, dude. So like we riot. We love to find any excuse to riot. So anyway, last year we win the women's NCAA basketball championship, and we're like, fuck yeah, we're gonna fucking riot. And there's a picture on ESPN.com of this enormous fire with like sofas in there and stuff, and some dude doing the double devil horns with the tongue, like doing the pussy eating tongue in
hell
between it,
of course.
jumping over the fire. And he was like, yeah, that was Rob, dude, that was XPR. So basically he just like wake up in the morning, XPR, like they shared a room, XPR would slap him in the face, wake up in the morning and be like, all right, here's a handle of Cuervo, here's a fucking ounce of weed, we're gonna fucking be blackout by noon. Just like ruined his life. And so yeah, Jesse had to take a year off of
That's
school
so good.
because he was living with this absolute monster.
One time,
Rob,
Dude, the XPR rules. I want to hang out with this guy.
XPR,
I met a
dude.
guy-
Extreme Party Rob.
XPR should be fourth mic on the show.
I
Dude,
know.
anyone with
We'll find
party
him.
in their name, like I was when I was opening for Wham City on tour, the first tour we did, we were in Philly, and we just crashed these people's houses, and there was like 6 of us on the tour, so we were like sleeping on floors and shit. And at like 8 or 10 a.m., some guy just wanders in fucked up, just opens the door, knew the people, I guess, and he's like, hey man, it's Party Steve, man, where's the party? And it was like, we're like, wake, it's 8 a.m., dude, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, fucking Party Steve, you guys want to get fucked up, man? And he was some guy who in his 20s was like, he was Party Steve. He knew all the parties in Chicago. He had like a text group, but now he's just like some pathetic old man.
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
And he just wouldn't leave, and he's like, all right, I'll go. We were like, dude, we don't know you. We don't know who the fuck you are.
Dude,
get the fuck
My
out.
friends had guys like that when I was like a teenager. There would always be like 1 or 2 guys that were like in their 40s. There was this one guy, John, that would hang out, and John was like homeless, I guess. That like lived with his parents who were in their like late 70s. And he was like, 45.
Yeah.
Huge, just disgusting dreads. Gray hair, giant beard.
A white guy?
Yeah, white guy.
Oh, God.
And he was like a relatively nice guy, but it was like, why are you hanging out with us or
Yeah.
whatever? And he had these long, shitty homeless guy nails.
No.
And I was like, why do you keep your nails like that? I'm like, don't you like have like the? I can't.
He's like, I
let
play
my-
guitar.
Well, I'm like, I would fucking chew my nails off if they were that long. I
Yeah.
don't know how you do it. And he goes, he's like, well, I actually, if you work your fingernails under each other, there's like nerve centers, and that's what you're basically getting at when you chew your fingernails off. Is like there's stress relief from hitting those nerve centers. So I just sort of work my fingernails underneath each other, and that sort of relieves it for me. He goes, plus on the streets, it's like 10 knives, so he just adds that part at the end. And he had such a funny way of talking. One time we were all fucked up, and he's sitting there, and he's like, well, the expression suckling babes. You've ever heard that? Suckling babes. I'm like, no, but go on. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, the reason people say that is what that dates to. Idiomatically, the suckling babe was in the Roman Colosseum. You know how we go and we have like, hey, beer me, or they got a guy selling peanuts or whatever. In the Roman Colosseum, the statesman would order a suckling babe, which was an orphaned baby. And they would basically hold the baby, like a cheeseburger over their dick and just get their like dicks sucked by babies during like, while watching the gladiators and stuff. And I was like, Jesus Christ, what?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That also
yeah.
doesn't sound real.
It's absolutely not.
Yeah.
First of all, what are you talking
A
about?
suckling pig is a just.
Well, what's the expression? A suckling babe? I don't
Yeah,
when do you use that expression? It's not like, it was a real suckling babe over at Panera the other day. It's just John going around with this weird pedophilia story in his head. There was this one guy, this other old guy, a different guy that used to hang around. I met him one time, and this guy was fucking hilarious, dude. He was probably in his like early 40s again, and he's got this stupid Jägermeister lanyard he's showing off to people. He's like, check this out, dude. Isn't this fucking cool? I got this Jägermeister lanyard. And then he goes, he was like, yeah, actually, I fucking won the lottery like 2 years ago. And it's true. He won the lottery.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, this guy won like $300,000 or $400,000 or some shit. He like hit it big in like the Mega Millions or something. I don't know. He like matched enough that he won the lottery. And he's like, yeah, so I just buy all kinds of fucking electronics and shit. And he's like, I got this fucking big mixing board, you know. He's like, I don't even know how to use that shit, but I keep it in my truck, dude. He's like, I bought this like $250,000 semi. I just park it. It was like illegally parked on the street because he didn't know how to drive it. He was just living in a semi that he bought.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just love buying electronics.
I love
dude.
that type of rich. There are a bunch of pro athletes that get into like buying Mack trucks and stuff. That's like their thing. It's like buying industrial like farm equipment.
This guy didn't even have like a house or anything, right?
No, he was just living in that fucking truck that he bought with all his money.
That is so fucking good.
In college, I knew this guy, Will, who I thought was the biggest fucking retard I've ever met. He was always blackout, you know. He was always like just the guy at the park. He's from North Dakota, so like height of winter in DC, he'd be wearing like a light North Face windbreaker and fucking shorts and Corona flip flops.
Oh
yeah, with the fucking beer opener on the bottom of the beer.
Hell yeah.
I thought he was retarded. In senior year, I like go up to him. I was like, "Oh, so Will, what do you do after we graduate?" He's like, "I'm going to Berkeley," and I was like, "UC Berkeley?" He's like, "Yeah, I got into law school there. I didn't study, but I took the LSAT. I got like almost a perfect score." And I was like, "What are you really?" And he's like, I was like, "What's your major?" He's like, "What have you been studying these last 4 years?" He's like, it's like a major I made up that's like, it's like a math and philosophy, like the philosophy of math, basically." And I'm like, there's no fucking way.
I feel like
Anyway,
guy's just so much smarter than you.
freshman year, he had this group text going around where he'd hit people up and be like, "It's going the fuck down right now. Like, this is where we're pre-gaming. This is where we're going tonight."
Yeah.
And he sends out this text, you know, and he'd send out texts at 3 a.m. to the group text that was like, just like, you know, he's blackout, not making any sense. But one night, we all get a text in the middle of the night, like 2:30 a.m. He's like, "Yo, I'm getting fucked up with the deaf kids down at Gallaudet University." There's a deaf college in DC.
Yeah, Gallaudet, baby.
So he somehow blackout navigated DC to Northeast, got to Gallaudet, and went to their party. He's like, "This shit is crazy. They're not playing any music."
Is it just like an elaborate light show?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe lights or something.
That's awesome.
He's like, "They're drinking so fucking hard, dude. I just did a shot of Everclear." He's just like sending these long fucking
Did you go?
mass texts. No, I didn't go to the deaf
That would've
school to
been
go
funny,
party
dude.
with Will.
Did he fuck any deaf men or women?
He probably, I don't know. He probably, yeah. I remember his job. Whatever. I'm not saying his last name. His job in college was he was like the body man for the senator from his home state.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He used to like drive him around and stuff like that.
Oh,
and you'd
wow.
see him. You'd either see him in fucking basketball shorts and Corona flip flops, or in like a fucking suit and be like, "Yeah, I'm going down to Capitol Hill. I gotta drive the senator."
So he was just like some rich. His dad had like oil fields. in
Apparently,
North
he
Dakota.
could have gone pro. He could have gone pro skiing.
Oh my god!
But he-
pro ski. So he's rich
so,
as
like,
shit.
yeah,
You
he
have
was-
to be a bully. You didn't bully hard enough. That's how you become a pro skier.
Yeah.
It's like, we're taking the mountain away from the snowboarders. The fucking piece of shit snowboarders.
The hell you are, man.
He's like, yeah, over break, I'm
Me
just
and my
gonna-
Protestant girlfriend are going to take over the
No, he
mountain.
wasn't that kind of guy at all. He was a very down to earth, like he was like a dumb dog kind of.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go home this winter break, shred some gnar. You got like some fresh pow pow on the. Was reading the report. We got some fresh pow pows. Just go home and shred some gnar. And,
I've never skied in my life.
It's kind of fun. I've done it like twice.
It's not fun.
Seems gay.
Snowboarding is hard as shit.
Both of them are
dude.
hard. All
I want a
sports
tube,
are
baby.
difficult. Yeah, tubes are all right.
Have you
Tubes
surfed?
where you just sit there? No, I'll never surf. I'll
Surfing is
absolutely
amazing.
never surf.
No, what about when we're LA guys? We should all get
First of all,
surfing.
we're not going to be LA guys. We're going to be Tampa guys. We said
That's
that.
right. I forgot.
Tampa is the new Hollywood, baby.
What money?
Everybody knows that
Cometown
shit, dude.
Studios, dude.
Yeah,
We
we're
should
gonna
open
be, we're gonna be a
Cometown
piece of
Studios.
shit failed Florida comics. That just like there's rumors about how we sexually assaulted some waitresses.
You know who was a Tampa
we
comic?
can prove it.
You know who's a Tampa comic? Dan Whitney.
Yeah.
He was Tampa before he found that character that shot him into stardom.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's not surprising at all. I don't know why I'm supposed to be surprised that Larry the Cable Guy is from Tampa.
He's from Tampa.
He's from Nebraska, but I think he came up in Tampa.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
You see that video of him breaking that guy's arm?
No.
That shit is badass.
And the fucking arm wrestling.
Yeah, somebody challenges Larry the Cable Guy to an arm wrestling match. He's like, get a good grasp on the table there. And then he just snaps the dude's fucking arm in half.
Yeah,
So
he's
Larry the
strong
Cable
as
Guy's
shit.
badass.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's strong as
He's
hell.
cool now. I used to
Yeah.
not like him because I thought he was weak.
Oh yeah, that's the official Cometown position. Larry the Cable Guy is cool now.
Yep. All right. That's fine.
I gotta take a shit.
I gotta take a shit too. We should all shit at the same time.
I already shit. I shit a nice fat.
Is it time to do a quick break?
Should we? I guess we should take a break. We
How
can.
much time have we been doing?
We've done. I don't know, like 11 minutes since the last break. No, wait, hold on. We've done 30 minutes since the last break.
All right.
The first one. We'll take another break and then we'll come back for another 15, 20.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay, we're back and we had a little bit of a technical hang up. I'm glad I caught it early, but
Yep.
accidentally deleted the last half of this podcast.
Wait, the whole half?
No, just
Oh,
that.
Jesus Christ.
that-
After this break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully that worked out fine. I don't know what the fuck, why that did that, but we're going to start over. And we just had a serious conversation
Yeah,
for a minute.
It was actually a really good conversation.
Yeah, it
I
was.
think.
We were talking about that, the world peace cancellation and all the hubbub surrounding it.
Mm-hmm.
And should we just rehash?
It feels bad to read. I mean, we can try real quick.
Let's try. I mean. Okay.
Basically, what the point we arrived at is it's sort of a shame that all that's happening because they are very funny and that show was an original idea and well executed.
Yes.
And if it hadn't have been for shit outside of the show that happened, it wouldn't have been canceled. It's not the substance of the show itself, I don't think.
Right.
It's all the shit that goes on around it.
Well, it's also like you can blame that show, but it's also like the fucking executives of Adult Swim. If it was just a balanced network, you can have different,
Yeah.
whatever.
But
if
it's
they're good
all
shows,
men.
yeah, they got fucked because of that. It's like, well, Adult Swim should be representing more. It's kind of fucking ridiculous that there's no women directors and no show creators on that network, especially when it's like this network where it's like, oh, we're trying weird,
Yeah.
we're like doing a bunch of weird shit. It's like, it can't all be fucking white dudes. And this is the one that's like, actually kind of, they're very original, they have their own fucking thing, and they get fucked because of, because
of
the network
Sam's
is just
Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because well, it's not Sam's, but the network did come under fire prior to that because of what is Lazo's comments
right.
Yeah.
about how
Can't women in the writers' room,
Yeah,
or whatever,
women in
which
the
is
writers' room
fucked.
are
You can't. That's
yeah,
fucking
right.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't say that. I mean, you can say it. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You
Yeah,
can
but
hold
you
those
shouldn't
opinions, but
if you're fucking
if you're in a
running
position where
network.
you're employing people, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that shouldn't be
If
your
you're
opinion.
part of a corporate entity,
I just get so frustrated watching or reading reviews of the show or coverage where they're like, "Wow, this show was extremely racist," and people have like a almost like a moral amnesia where they forget that like there, in no way, shape, or form was World Peace more offensive than Mad TV was.
Right. Yes.
In no way.
Miss Swan.
Miss Swan.
Are you fucking
every,
kidding me?
Yeah, every sketch, Miss Swan is so
Well,
much
that's
more racist.
what I'm
And
saying.
And the
Like,
fucking Iranian truck driver. Hello, hello.
Yeah.
You fucking
The,
kidding me?
the depressed Persian tow truck man.
Yeah,
I love that sketch.
Yeah,
It's a
the
great
biggest-
sketch.
The biggest hits on that show: Miss Swan, offensive stereotype of a Chinese
Stewie,
woman.
the retarded kid.
Stewart, a
Yeah.
retarded kid. Well, the best thing about Miss Swan wasn't they had Bobby Lee on the show. He didn't play Miss Swan. They didn't have an Asian person play Miss Swan. They had a Jewish woman play Miss Swan, and then Bobby Lee played an offensive woman character. He played Connie Chung or a baby sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, we're also saying that like
Mad TV is also, I think that was like the genesis of the Miatas are gay joke,
Oh,
which was
really?
featured heavily in $1 Million Extreme Show.
yeah.
They had that gay Miata.
That's an old school joke. That's a joke that I remember from my youth. Yeah.
and I
yeah.
think that came from Mad
Interesting.
TV.
Wow.
Mad TV had a sketch where a black guy gets pulled over, and the cop's like, "Let me see your license." He's like, "Why? Am I doing something wrong?" He's like, "You got a taillight out." He's like, "No, I don't." And then he's like, "You fit the description." He's like, "What description?" And he starts roughing him up, and the black guy pulls out like a Snickers bar, but it says Sniggers.
Jesus
And it's like,
Christ.
not going anywhere for a while, grab a Sniggers.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's just the end.
Yeah, it's with
With
one.
an S.
Yeah. And the only way they work that in there is like, oh yeah, but it's about police brutality or whatever.
Jesus
And I
Christ.
mean, if you had those sketches on now, another thing is like those are funny. I don't have a problem with those sketches.
But
you know?
on
But
Fox,
if you did that now,
Yeah.
people would fucking be up.
That's
in
the point.
arms
Is
about
like, could South Park could they get a show right now? Like now they have sort of tenure
it.
at
Yeah.
Comedy Central.
No, they couldn't because they're
but
libertarians.
they're kind of alt right, maybe even.
Nah, they're libertarians.
They're libertarians. Yeah.
But I mean, the way they criticize all the Caitlyn Jenner shit, but also South Park, those guys are much smarter than both
Sam.
Mad TV and $1 Million Extreme.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
But we're also talking about how Tim and Eric, like they're like well respected Adult Swim show, and literally they've like made a lot of money off of exploiting mentally handicapped people.
Or just handicapped, ill, just fucking old people that think they're gonna be famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny. I don't think that we should censor it or whatever.
Yeah.
But it definitely is exploitive.
it's just difficult. I mean, because I guess my personal approach to comedy has always been that comedy should sort of be, nihilistic and
You're an
classic to an extent.
Nick is an aesthete. Like you purely respect the product, right?
Yeah, that's only because I'm a failed comedian. If someone had offered me, $1 million to be in some shitty movie 2 years in, I'm sure I wouldn't give a shit at all.
I would
And
do
I'd be
that
one of these
today.
people. It's because I've been doing comedy for 11 years and I've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah. Well.
It's very
Cometown.
easy to be a critic when you have nothing to criticize.
Well, that's the advantage of our show is that we're not we're on the fringes, guys.
yeah,
we're underground.
yeah. Well, that's not going to last long. I mean, and that's the thing is like, people point at the like I had someone say to me yesterday, it's like, oh well, you're lucky that you fund your own show and stuff, and but people could get your shit kicked off iTunes. There's plenty of ways they can fund
Right,
it,
right, right.
if they want to.
It's gonna happen this year.
But
Yeah,
but
it'll probably, if the show gets more popular, I'm sure there's going to be negative attention towards the show.
there's definitely gonna be and that's what I was thinking while I was reading the Hollywood Reporter interview with Sam Hyde, because he was talking about his fans going at the Adult Swim executives, his fans going at Tim Heidecker and shit. It's like, okay, so if there's like a fucking negative Cometown article, there's definitely gonna be some dudes that listen to the show that are gonna like go nuts at like whoever wrote it,
Yeah.
whichever like hack journalist needs to find their next thing to be mad about. And like what's our response? I guess like just don't
and
say
it is
anything.
shitty because I guess you do have some kind of responsibility at some point. But I mean, I've had that happen in the past where I would bet when I was doing like the Nicole shit, people would be like, it doesn't matter what you write, you enable people to fucking be shitty by writing this. It's like, no, it's not my fault. Right. If you don't interpret this as satire and you fucking get it wrong, and somebody thinks this is literal, I mean, you could say I'm a shitty writer. and then it didn't come off funny, so people didn't get
Right,
that it was
right.
satire. But the only thing that should matter is my fucking intent.
That's
Yeah.
also the other issues is like the concept of being a fan of anything is like you're naturally a psychopath. Like if you're a super fan of anything, like I
remember
really,
you can like shit.
oh, you can like stuff, you know. I really like sports, right? I watch English Premier League soccer. Like I watch a ton of sports every week.
Stop trying to pretend you're not gay.
Yeah, no, like it
I'm a
sounds
jock.
really it sounds really gay when I talk about it to someone that's not into it, and I recognize that. It's like Nick. It's like how we were talking. Nick and I watched the I think maybe the last fucking shit. Nah, my memory is going now. Fucking what's his name? Redhead.
Carrot Top.
Not Carrot Top. Bill Burr. We watched the last Bill Burr special.
Danny
and, like,
Bonaducci.
you know, Bill Burr is like one of the biggest comics in America, and like, you know,
Great
his
comic.
great comic, very funny. You know, his whole joke structure is he'll say like, nah, but seriously, if my son's gay, I hope he dies, you know, like, and then he goes into a funny bit about that.
Yeah.
But like the goons in the audience, he says the premise that's
Yeah.
supposed to be offensive and is actually wrong. They'll start going, woo, woo,
Yeah, yeah.
woo, woo,
Well, me and him
before
are-
the actual bit
There's
comes
an
in.
old Artie Lang clip where he's doing this bit about saying the N-word while playing basketball. And the setup for the bit is like, you know, I'm playing basketball with these black guys, and they're like, yo, nigga, pass me the ball, nigga. And he says like nigga like a million times. in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bit. And then they cut to the audience, and there's literally a guy in a wife beater that's like, yeah. He like holds his girlfriend closer.
Yeah.
And it's like, that guy's just cheering for the N-word.
Yeah.
But
100%.
you got, I mean,
Stanhope is a national treasure. I think
Yeah.
he is a fucking incredible. He's one of the top 5 probably comedians
sure.
in the world.
But
his fans
beyond the world, it's like, you know, in terms of who really makes you feel okay calling stand-up comedy art, he's one of like the 4 people.
I think so.
ever.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his fans, I mean, like those people are
Yeah.
just like libertarian pieces of shit. I mean, they're just annoying, you know. And that's just like the thing that sort of, I don't know, makes me.
Well, yeah, there's
hesitant.
shit that the fans of things ruin some things. It's like
No, we are.
I don't even think it's.
weed
I don't even think
guys.
it's. They're not even. And a lot of that's through the lens of the internet and how that fucking, you know, distorts people's personalities. Because I won't even go as far as to say fans are shitty. I think it's like.
Yeah, there's
somebody
like 10
shits
guys.
on something online, you're like, fuck you suck. But
Yeah.
what that translates to online, you're not. There's no emotion a lot of the times in tweeting at somebody like, you're a fucking idiot. This is stupid.
Yeah, you're
And then
ugly.
they're like, I need to call the police. You know, and they interpret it as harassment. And that's why I got bothered with like, you know, everyone saying that Sam sent his fans after that journalist or whatever.
Who, the BuzzFeed guy?
The BuzzFeed guy. And
Yeah.
here's what happened. The BuzzFeed guy contacted Sam to write an extremely critical one-sided
Right.
article
Right.
about his show. And Sam recorded the conversation and made him look like a fucking idiot.
Right.
And uploaded it.
He was so funny. In
yeah.
that shit.
And uploaded
I didn't
it.
see that.
And then
Oh, he's
guy-
so
it's
funny.
hilarious. Yeah.
He's like, you will never
He's like,
write
you're
for the
never
going
gonna
to
work for the New York Times. He's like, you're a fucking
He's like,
hack.
you work at BuzzFeed.
Yeah, yeah.
He was being so mean to
He's
this
being
guy.
mean to him, but it's like you fucking, you know, if you're gonna you dig 2 graves, you know, that's like the lesson there. And everyone's saying, Sam sent his fans to harass this guy. It's like, no, that guy set out to write an article to get people to by your own definition,
Yeah.
harass fucking, you know, the fans of the show. You want to write a critical, you know, article about this show, which you've decided is an alt-right show before you even went into it.
Right.
And
did the guy not watch any of the show?
he might have.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought the guy that did the Hollywood Reporter
That was a
interview
very fair
great.
interview.
Yeah,
That
I
was
think
a
he
very
was
fair
really
interview.
fair to him.
But the Tim Heidecker thing, where Tim uploaded this video of Sam, you know, calling him, that's exactly what Sam did, you know, to
Well,
the
he
other
didn't
guy.
upload it. It was like a Facebook Live event where Sam called him.
That's-
So he was like broadcasting already.
Yeah,
I mean, he
but
didn't
that's-
plan on Sam
All
calling
right.
in. He didn't like, you know, try to expose or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the definition of sending people to harass, you know, so-and-so is pretty loose, and it's dependent on what the situation is. And, you know, whose politics you're talking about. Because
Right.
it's harassment if it's fucking Sam doing it. And
Well,
it's,
that
you know,
gets to the larger
raising awareness.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
that gets to the larger point, which is I think that people are just becoming pussies now,
Yeah.
and like it's that article Amber wrote. Like our friend Amber Frost has been on the podcast, wrote a really good article, which you guys should all read, about how the left is losing vulgarity as a political weapon, and that
I
was
love being vulgar.
yeah. I mean, like I we can make fun of Lenny Bruce now because it's dated and sounds weird, but like that used to be a thing that existed on the left, and it's now the Pepe Frogs are the vulgar guys, and on the,
it does suck that you can't be liberal and just fuck shit up.
Well, you know what? That's the shitty thing is because I don't care. I really don't care. I mean,
Yeah, you don't.
in terms of the way I vote, I give a shit about a $15 minimum, and I think everybody should have health care. And you shouldn't be racist to people. You shouldn't fucking discriminate against them. But you can say
Right.
whatever the fuck you want. I also don't think it's like unnatural for somebody to hold prejudices. We had to like get to this point where we understand you shouldn't be, racist or whatever.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah,
It's a real advanced signifier of society.
Yeah, it's and I think people are like, oh, he's racist, as if that's like a static mode. That if you are a racist, that's something inherent to your personality, and it's not like, no, a black guy just cut him off in traffic and he's racist for that 20 minutes. It's a thing
Sure.
you can do is racist,
Yeah.
just like you can be angry,
Yeah.
or be shitty in one relationship but not another.
or a goddamn Korean cuckolded him.
Right? Yeah, that's what happened to Adam. If you guys don't know
got
the
cucked.
canon of the show.
Adam got cucked by multiple Koreans, I think.
Yeah, fucking Kim Jong bitch.
I guess it's what my point is that it sucks that you can't, the common ground can't just be humor anymore.
Well, the problem is
very rarely are you, Jay, gonna be able to be friends with somebody based on always think the same things are funny.
do you
But
think All in the Family could be made today?
No, absolutely
No.
not. And All in the Family is like one of the most instructive.
Why have we regressed? I really feel like
Yeah, it's
in terms
fucking
of,
weird, dude.
It's weird. Isn't that not how society is supposed to work?
I don't think we've regressed. It's just that's I mean, do you reach an apex in terms of like cultural integration and ways to deal with problems in society based on like race and class or
Yeah.
whatever through humor and art, and then after that, I mean, the ground's been broken, the jokes have been made, the art's been created, and you say, okay, well, how do we address these problems for real? And they look around and it's like, oh, some of these are really fucking hard to fix. Let's blame things like comedy instead of understanding that the justice system is completely fucked. We really need to overhaul it. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened for the last 40 years. So let's pick apart the things we can. Like
Yeah,
Exactly.
TV shows.
Yeah.
Because there's underlying causes of racism that literally zero progress has been fucking made.
Yeah, there are 3 million.
And if anything,
people.
we have regressed because it's like at least in the fucking 60s and 70s, it was in your face. There was no denying racism. Now there's all this like, now we're in the era of like reverse racism bullshit and all these other counter narratives. There's been enough time where there's enough stuff that sort of seems like we've made some progress, and there's enough stuff for like white people to get mad about. So we actually, in some ways, have regressed, because it's like you can't. We're not coming right off of civil rights where you had to have an honest conversation. Now we've got like how much distance between it.
As somebody that's not particularly politically active or interested or whatever, and I haven't been, and it would be bullshit to say that I even really picked up all that much throughout the election.
Right.
Like the primaries in the election has been real, I guess edifying, or at least like it helped clarify the problems I've had over the last couple of years in regards to like what about not identity politics at large, but at least it's the way I consume it through links that are shared on Facebook.
Right.
Like, what about it fucking bothers me? And it is because there's a lot of the times it does feel like bullshit, and it feels like
it was
bullshit.
used for marketing.
That's
it was
the problem when it's this commodified thing. Because I remember
Right.
I would get into arguments with people specifically
Oreos
about
with the
Dove
rainbow,
ad, or like during the Golden Globes, like 2 years ago, Microsoft held these ads about how like, Microsoft, we respect women. It's
Right.
like, how? What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
Respect women.
Yeah.
You make computers. Why do you even need to say that? It's
Right.
a fucking corporation.
Right.
I don't get it. And but then you really have to like think about those things and analyze those feelings, and it's like, well, maybe I am a little bit, prejudiced or whatever. Maybe I
For sure.
And you could find ways to justify it and say, like, okay, well, there are things that happen to men that are unfair or whatever, and it's like, yeah, that's true, but like, that doesn't mean you have to reject these
Right.
ideas completely.
Absolutely.
thing
It's
that-
hard to do that. It's
the
fucking
thing
really
that
hard.
about the identity politics shit that that really bothers me the most is that the way it's employed is it actively ends conversations.
Yeah.
Right. Your
Right.
conversation.
Right.
When in reality, if we can get past like words and shit like that, we could have really serious conversations that like we need to have.
That's
in
why
our
we all need to
society.
be hooked up to PlayStation VR.
Exactly.
We're all 6'7" black men that have magical powers. That way you don't have to worry about any of this shit. We're all elf class, 10th prestige, black elves, black mages. And we all get to use whatever words we want, no matter how many syllables they have.
Oh, fuck. Wow, the Cocaine Cowboys really ending things here with some serious chat.
I don't know. I guess we should address it because there's a lot of people that listen to the podcast that are probably, racist or whatever.
Right.
Which, if you are.
And you think we're
like,
funny. Stop
Yeah.
being racist, but thanks for listening to our podcast.
I mean, you probably shouldn't be racist, but I'm not going to tell you what the fuck to do.
Yeah, stop being racist.
Yeah, that's my stance. I'm anti being racist.
I mean, I do think it's funny when you guys.
That's the thing. I don't want to say just don't be racist because people are going to go, oh no, I'll continue to be racist or I'm not racist. And that's what you mean. What you were saying before, it shuts down conversation.
Right,
you can't
right,
just
right.
say it's bad to be racist. A lot of people know that and they don't think they're racist.
Right.
So how do you have a conversation with somebody without coming off like a smug, condescending piece of shit and explain to them because a lot of the time.
Well, that was the really incredible thing.
That's the thing about living in New York or any kind of like like cosmopolitan or
multicultural city.
Yeah, you like don't have. You have enough interactions with people where you don't really have that built in anymore.
Right.
Where you're exposed to enough different people that you don't even have time to really stereotype.
Totally, dude. I fucking saw a Ukrainian day laborer wait in line for a fucking Japanese crepe place to open, and I was so happy. I was like, this guy would have never seen his fucking people eat fucking mud stew, and he's in New York, and he's just like talking with these Japanese people, not being racist.
Well, that was the thing that I thought was really incredible about the Sam Hyde Hollywood Reporter interview, which was that the guy giving the interview was like, listen, I watched World Peace. I thought some of the sketches were funny. I thought some of them were kind of beautiful. Like the one where the guy hangs himself. And he's like, listen, I'm gay and I'm Jewish, which is the same thing. But I'm gay and I'm Jewish. And like, I saw a video of you at a Williamsburg open mic, like saying anti-gay propaganda. And I guess you thought that was funny, but it was really hurtful for me to see that. And Sam actually said in it, he's like, listen, it was an idea I had. I wanted to piss off hipsters that live in Brooklyn, but like I'm sorry, dude. Like, I feel really bad. Like that conversation was exactly what needs to be happening. Instead of dismissing Sam Hyde, canceling a show, have him fucking talk to a gay guy that's like, I watched your shit. I think there's something there, but also it's really hurtful for me to hear you do that.
And it's hard though too, because it's like you have to fucking.
And Sam Hyde apologized.
As an idea, I get what he's going for of the just be being offensive to just to fuck with these people who are detestable in a certain way. And it's like, that's the hard thing about comedy is like, you have to fucking do something that might be offensive to just realize, oh, that's fucked. I shouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Daddy's money liberal Williamsburg people are annoying as shit, and you wanted to troll them.
Right.
And I get what the bit was.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
don't dehumanize.
Maybe conceptually it was funny, but he tried it and maybe it wasn't,
Yeah, but the video exists, and that's the problem.
The video
with fucking
exists,
stand-up. And recording everything. It's like, if videos exist of you trying and failing shit, that sucks. You should just be able to fuck around and because he tried, and that goes into his whole, his shit, and now that's MD, that's their show. I think that's what I agree with too. I think I probably liked it a little less than you guys did. There were some things that kind of whatever, but I thought it was fucking
the
funny.
Anti-fat stuff that bothered you?
I thought that was really fucked up, and some people have really hard times with sweets and delicious fatty meats, and what are you supposed to not eat? A whole bag?
Yeah. Well, I guess this is just really to allay the upcoming complaints about Cumtown.
2017, dude, backlash. I can't wait.
We have to deal with the backlash, and we just lawyer up and get Adam,
Yeah, dude.
our lawyer Adam, to
Yeah.
Adam,
Yeah.
we're gonna use if we get to 10, we're gonna put you through law school. With 10
Dude,
G's, Adam goes to law
Let me
school.
tell you something. My parents would become the biggest Cumtown fans in the world.
Oh,
Got
fuck.
my ass in law
Do we know
school.
any lawyers?
Yeah, I know
I know
lawyers.
plenty
Yeah, I
of
mean,
lawyers.
I know mad lawyers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know a guy in
we're
Baltimore.
good. We actually we're fine. If
We're fine, and I'm kind of half excited for the backlash.
Hey,
half
whoa,
scared.
whoa.
well, I mean, Chapo got backlash.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they dealt with it really well.
Yeah.
Because
We're dumb as shit.
they didn't say anything on Twitter. They say completely silent.
You know who? You know
because
who's-
that's a loss.
You
That's
know
an
who is-
L.
You know who's
Once
the
you start-
absolute best at all of this? Ari Shafir. Ari Shafir, hands down, is the fucking best with dealing with any kind of controversy.
Yeah.
Because he got shit 2 years ago. Somebody
Right,
found
the
all his
special.
old amazing racist videos.
Yeah.
And they were calling clubs trying to get him canceled or whatever. Ari's like, yo, you just don't say anything. You just don't say anything.
You say nothing.
You say nothing. Yeah. And fucking, and then the special came out where he used that girl's name.
which was tough.
Yeah. But, you know, I understand, and I've tried explaining it to people. Like, if we were doing, I would do that. I would do that in the context of like a small show or something. It's funny to be like, well, this person, you know what it is? It's the Simpsons joke where they're like, one student who will remain anonymous, so we'll just call her Lisa S. I guess that's too obvious. So let's call her L Simpson. That's like the
Right,
joke in saying her
right.
name. So I understand the motivation. It's funny, but yeah, they were like up in arms about that, and Ari's like, yeah, just don't say anything at all.